Alright, so I thought that I would go ahead and try out a crafting video for y'all. I'm not really sure. I've never done this specific project before, so we're gonna try it out together and see how it goes. I hope everyone can see okay. So to start off, I got a piece of, they say it's 6 inches, but it's really 5 1/4 by 6 foot, and I cut 3 20-inch pieces, and then I just used, they call them furring strips, I think is what they're called, and cut them down, and then I used a nail gun. I glued these pieces together and used a nail gun. You don't have to have a nail gun to do this project. You can use just a regular power drill, or if you have, I brought one with me, but I don't know where to put it. If you have one of those, okay, if you have one of those heavy duty staplers, you can just use a thinner piece of wood and then just staple it. Or even if you just glue it and clamp it, that's a pretty, glue and clamp the wood, that's still pretty secure. Okay, so, and then I had this poster was 11 by 14. I had that printed at Walgreens, and it was originally $10, and then I got it they had a half off coupon. They like always have half off coupons, almost always. So it was really about $5. And then I laid it out. I didn't record the cutting part because I have a really hard time cutting a straight line. So I didn't want to make myself more nervous than I already was. So, okay, I really should have done probably the middle first, but that's okay. So I just laid this out, this poster out, and measured where it needed to be cut. And then did my absolute best to cut a straight line. And then this is Mod Podge. It's matte. You can use glossy, whichever, doesn't really matter, but it's just a really heavy duty glue that is used mainly for pictures. I wish I would have done a better job at, if I would have thought about it before I cut it, I would have taken it to Staples and actually had them cut. They have a big cutter there. I would have had them cut it just because I want it to look really, really nice, and they don't charge barely anything to cut it. So I would have measured out where I wanted them to cut it and then gone back. It, you know, would have been some extra time, but I think I would have liked it better than having a crooked cut. But this is a gift. I'm not selling it, so don't think. Okay, can y'all see? I just put Mod Podge on the back of this poster. And then put it down on the wood. Okay, and then I'm doing this with the 3rd strip here. You can also get smaller. I also probably would have, next time I do this, I probably would have lined up where the wood was gonna be cut, and maybe gotten some smaller wood, like not 6 inches, but maybe like 4, because I cut right into the kids' eye, which you can't really, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, it's still gonna look good, but if I would have thought about it, I probably would have done that differently too. So hopefully if you guys try this, you can learn from my mistakes. So you can, okay, so after you put the Mod Podge on there, you line it up as closely as you can. Okay. All right, and then here's kind of the fun part. Take orbital. So this is just an orbital sander with like 220 sandpaper, and I'm going to sand all around the edges of the picture. Dark walnut stain. You do not need a giant gallon like I have. I just use this all the time, so I have a giant gallon. Get your sawdust out of there. Okay, and then you're gonna actually, you're not gonna stain like into the picture. You're gonna kind of stain like the sides of the picture. let it seep on just a tiny bit. That okay. That's what it looks like. That's what the edges look like. And then down the middle. Like I said, I kind of wish I would have lined it up to where it wasn't like right in the eyes, but I still think it looks okay. So you can leave it like that. I'm not going to do the back because I don't feel like it's a big deal. Or you can either leave it like that or you can seal it with this Mod Podge. I'm going to seal it with the Mod Podge because I just want to make sure that the edges, and this is just a matte finish of, I just want to make sure, a matte finish of Mod Podge, but I just want to make sure that, and the thing about Mod Podge is that it's a glue that can go over pictures and it will dry without distorting the color of the picture. The stain did distort the color on the edges just a little bit, but I don't think it looks bad. I think it actually looks kind of good. I'm going for kind of distressed looking, so. I'm gonna come back with my sander and I'm just gonna turn it on and sand the edges. Just hold it up against the edges, kind of a little bit more on the corners. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want the dust to get in the glue while it's drying. But I'll do it after it dries, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay, so the only thing that I would say that I want to add to the video is I did spray a coat of this spray polyurethane. I didn't like how the Mod Podge made it look. It kind of made it look splotchy, so I didn't like that. So I just took this this spray. Hold on, let me turn it around. The spray poly and by Minwax. There's a couple of different brands. I'm not really picky on which one. I just like the gloss. And then I just took and sprayed a clear coat. You want to hold it about 6 inches away and just spray an even light coat. And then, like I said, I did go back over and sand the edges. I thought that made it look really nice. So overall, I'm very, very happy with it, how it turned out. I'm looking forward to doing more. The only thing, like I said, that I would have done differently, that I wish I would have done differently, is I wish I would have, even though it would have made it just a hair off centered, I kind of wish I would have just moved it over that way just a tad bit so that her eye wasn't cut off. I feel like that, I don't really like how that looks, but it looks okay. So I hope it goes well for if you try it. I want to see pictures.